Hey guys, what's up? Dimebot here, and this is Monster Hunter World. It's finally out on PC after all this time, and, well, it's pretty darn good. Let's dive in and find out why. First off, something we haven't done in a while, let's dive into the options menu because it's important for this game. Now, you're going to notice me playing with an Xbox controller. Mouse and keyboard is usable. I don't like it, but that is because I've been playing this game forever on, well, a DS, but a controller. So you can scale your HUD and subtitle text size. We have borderless window, windowed mode, and full screen. Arbitrary resolutions are in here. Frame rate, VSync, graphics settings. Here's your advanced settings. You have resolution scaling, texture quality, ambient occlusion, volume rendering quality. This one I have turned down because it's a resource hog. It changes the way the game looks. Shadow quality, anti-aliasing is TAA or FXAA, TAA rather. LOD bias, max LOD, foliage sway. Turn this off if you're finding you're losing frames. Subsurface scattering, screen space reflection, cannot talk, words are hard. Anisotropic filtering, water reflections, diffuse quality, dynamic range, and Z prepass. It's a good options menu. There's not very much missing from it. You have separate sliders for everything. You have dynamic range. You have headphones, TV, 3D audio, voice chat. You have all your languages. You have your key configuration. It's pretty good menus, but we're here to play the game, so let's do that. Well, I've played for a little under 8 hours, played it all weekend. You can search for an online session, create one, or find friends sessions. My buddy Mike Matrix currently playing it, but I'm going to create my own for the purposes of this video to show you guys you can set a number of options. Ranks, languages, monsters, a welcome message, private session, or no. Now, one of the first things I want to show you guys when we get in here is just how freaking big Astera is. This game is graphically very, very sharp. Also, it has pretty decent loading times given the scale of the area. I'm running it off of a very fast SSD, so if you're on a regular drive, mileage may vary. Ah, God, it's so good to see Monster Hunter in true HD. And there are a ton of things to be seen. First off, Poogie! I don't want to really mess with him too much right now, but we can pet him, we can pick him up. It's great. For those of you that are Monster Hunter veterans, there's the Provisioner. Here is the Resource Center. This is new. This is the Ecologist. As you're out in the field, you can track monsters, pick up clues about them, and it will help you learn more about the monsters. For example, if I look at the Great Jaggers here, I know where its habitats are that I've found so far. I know what its weak points are that are breakable and what weapons do it, and I can figure out what it drops. The more info you get on a monster, the more you know. It's a very well done little system, and I like it a lot. Let's head over to our room right here so I can show you guys something that is very cool. So, here's our room. As always, you have your item box. In here is all of your items that you stored. You can change your appearance, and there is actually, oops, I did not mean to do that. The character creator is pretty cool. I don't want to go into that right now. There's actually a layered armor setting, which I'll show you guys. So you can have basically transmogs. Boom, I'm a samurai. But I'm still wearing my other armor underneath it. And the thing that's very cool is, for you old school fans, I can set things to be auto-crafted. I don't have to go automatically craft mega potions. It's so great as you pick up items in the field. You also don't have to carry a book of combos anymore, which is great, and one of the many, many little quality of life changes they've made. Here's another thing that's very cool. They have put a training arena in the game. Not only have they put a training arena in the game, you can use any weapon you want in here just by going to the equipment box without having to reload it. And it'll show me my moves. You can see your damage numbers. It's absolutely fantastic for getting to grips with all the weapons and what they do. I highly recommend, even if you have played Monster Hunter before, come in here and mess around with this. They've changed some of the weapons, and it's absolutely a fantastic, fantastic tool. It lets us get a controlled situation where we can get a lot more granularity. Mike Matrix is now playing. I want to point out to you guys, I have left Steam notifications on purpose so you can see what is a little bit, I think, of a bug. The game loves to tell you when people are playing the game. It'll probably tell us Mike Matrix is playing it 7 or 8 more times, and it won't be because he's reloading the game or having connection problems. It just wants you to know that people are playing the game, and it's aggravating. Something I hope they patch. Now then, there's a couple other really interesting quality of life improvements I want to show the old-timers before we get into the game for newcomers. Here's my farm. I can grow things here. Very useful if I want items that I don't want to have to run around and harvest. And also a pretty good way to make money late in the game from what I understand. Estera is a pretty big hub. Here's the canteen. There is the handler who will give you missions. Up there is the gathering hub. Over here is a mission board. And here is the forge. You can manage your kinsects much more easily now if you use the insect glaive. You can forge palico equipment, so I could forge my little buddy some new armor if I wanted to. I think I might actually forge him some new armor. The Kulu turban looks nice. These little cutscenes are still great. Oh, there we go. Little turban for him. Boom. He even gets a little mustache. That is adorable. You can upgrade your equipment, but what I really want to show you guys is this. Let's say that I really wanted to make myself a set of Baroth armor. I don't, but if I did, there's a little button down here that says wish list. I can add it to that wish list, and instead of having to come back here between every mission and make sure I've gotten what I need, or see if I've gotten what I need, the game will just tell me when I finally collect it all. Huge, huge time saver. Right, so here's our quest board. You can join a quest or post a new quest. You have assigned, which are story, optional, investigations, and events. There is actually an event going on right now, which is to a couple great jaggers that need to be killed. Investigations are new. They're pretty neat. You go in and you get different rewards for them. These are things that you get by tracking monsters out in the world and raising your level. There will be investigations added the more you learn. However, we're just going to do an expedition real quick, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit of both areas that I have access to. So first off, as you know in Monster Hunter, we have to eat, and the Chef Choice platter is great. Also, cooking palicos, because why not? It's pretty amazing. So I think we will start off by going to the Ancient Forest. Here's my world map. You can see I have 2 areas unlocked. There's quite a lot more. I'm going to drop in at the South Camp. Now, new to this game, if I get in trouble out here, I can send up an SOS flare, and players can do what I just did, jump up on their little wyvern and join me for help. It's actually really nice, especially if you're tooling around on the server with some friends, but you're all doing your different things. Somebody's in town and they see you pop an SOS flare, bam, they can come help you. It's great. The only thing that's weird is, and annoying, is if they haven't watched all the cutscenes for your, or if you haven't watched all the cutscenes for whatever you're doing, then they can't join it. So if you're like trying to discover a monster, you have to watch all the cutscenes before they can join you. It's dumb. So here we are out in the world. And there's the town right over there, actually. And this is a gorgeous game. It is so nice to finally have this game in HD. There's a lot going on, a lot of swaying vegetation, a lot of detail. There's almost a haze-like effect. That's the... I can't remember the name of the option. It's one of the ones I told you guys to turn down. It's absolutely fantastic. What is the name of the option? That's going to bother me now. At least you guys can see how the in-game menu works. Volume rendering. Volume rendering is what's causing that kind of neat haze effect. It's pretty. Now, I can choose to make my scout flies, which are these little green things you'll see, track down certain monsters. Right now I have them on the Great Jagras, which is right there. Hi. I don't really want to fight him right here. I'll just kind of watch him. I can put on my ghillie mantle and kind of hide from him. One thing that's neat about this game is all the wildlife will interact with each other. And even the monsters will fight each other. There's a definite pecking order and hierarchy. But let's go ahead and go in on this guy now. I'm a little overpowered to be killing him. Yes, he did just swallow that dinosaur whole. And for those wondering, yeah, the old school Monster Hunter combat, it's still here. It feels great. The changes to the weapons are fantastic. The Insect Glaive in particular is bonkers in this game. Oh, and there is something that we probably don't want to mess with. I wonder if these guys will go at it. Let's see if I can kite him over here. Yeah. This isn't looking too great. This is Monster Hunter. Are you gonna leave? Nope, you're coming for me, aren't you? No, you're leaving. Okay, good. I didn't want to fight both of them at the same time. But all the monster designs are as fantastic as ever. You see my Palico back there is going in on him too. For those of you that may be wondering, I've never played a Monster Hunter game before. Is this one a good place to pick up? Yes, absolutely. A lot of the weird eccentricities that we've put up with in the games for so long are gone. This is a much more approachable game. It's a much more fun game. A lot more accessible. And I think a lot of people will really enjoy it. Now, this being an expedition, I can just go around and pick up materials. I can hunt this guy at my leisure if I want to. He's probably almost dead. I just did a crap load of damage to him. Let's grab this honey. And you see right over there on the side, it's made me a mega potion automatically because I had what I needed to make one. Just little quality of life improvements are so nice. There's tons of resources to gather, and they've made it so you can just run by and vacuum things up now without having to stop, which is a very, very nice touch. Again, quality of life changes. That is something you'll hear me say a lot about this game is quality of life, quality of life, quality of life. Capcom's put a lot of thought into this stuff. Ow. One thing that Monster Hunter always captures really well is the weight of animation. And this game is no different. They've done an amazing job with it. No other game feels quite like this one in terms of winding up for a big swing or seeing a monster stagger after you break a piece off of it. It really works well in the brand new environments. Really sell it as well. Let's get in here and finish this guy off. And remember, guys, there are 14 weapons in this game. So if the bow that I'm using doesn't seem like it would be for you, well, there's a lot of other weapons to try out. You gonna go to sleep? If you go to sleep, I am going to wreck you. You are gonna go to sleep. Oh, foolish, foolish Great Jaggers. And that's the end of him. As I said at the beginning of the hunt, I'm a little OP for this monster. He's one of the very first monsters, and I'm a decent ways into the game with some okay gear. Now, what we can do from here is just simply hop back out and, oh, is it? It's classic me as in combat. Alright. Let's get out of here, then. And that was a Great Jaggers hunt. I don't even have to go back to town. I can just jump straight on over to the Wildspire Waste. But I kind of want to show you guys a new weapon, so I'm going to do that, and then we will cut right back to the game. Alright guys, here we are in Wildspire Wastes. As you can see, very different than the area we were just in. The terrain diversity is something I've always loved in Monster Hunter, and they've taken it to the next level with this game. The art design is amazing, the sound design is amazing, the monster design is amazing. It's just really a polished game. And we're going to be looking for a new monster, or a different monster this time. Now, one of the questions I know people are going to ask is this a good solo game? Yes. Is it more fun in multiplayer? Yes. Are there some monsters that are easier to kill with a full squad? Yes, absolutely. But there's no reason not to play this. I played my very first Monster Hunter game, and I soloed pretty much everything because I didn't know anybody else that played it. But it is more fun with friends, so if you have some friends that want to try the game... Yeah, what is that? I don't like random monsters. If you have some friends that might want to try the game, by all means, it's a lot of fun with friends. Oh, hey, look. Hi, buddy. Now, I'm using the Insect Glaive here, which is... Oh, shit, that's a Barroth. The Insect Glaive, which is a very different weapon. Very close range weapon. Very different playstyle. And for those that are familiar with the Insect Glaive from the older games, it's been changed a decent amount. Let's have him bring back my extract there. Wow, is he running already? This is a really cool monster, actually. Yeah, while I kill this guy, let me give some final thoughts on the game. As I said, should you get it? Yeah, absolutely. If you like this kind of game, this is a kind of grindy game, though. The idea, obviously, is to kill monsters to get pieces of them to build equipment that will let you kill bigger monsters. If that doesn't sound appealing to you, Monster Hunter's not going to be for you, but if it does, then, yeah. The game is really well done. Ow, get that extract. It has a ton of content. You're going to be playing it for a long time. And you're going to be staying in the air as the glaive user a lot. We get that mount in. It's just all in all a really polished, well-crafted iteration of what we've kind of always wanted Monster Hunter to be, and it looks, plays, and sounds great. There are some performance issues, but you just have to know your machine and get those ironed out, and this is a great experience on the PC. I would definitely say check it out. But that is going to do it for me, guys. If you enjoyed the video, if you liked it, found it helpful, hey, like, subscribe, maybe hit that bell icon so you know when I post new content. And maybe check out my Patreon if you're really interested in helping me out. My name is Diamondbot. I will see you guys next time. Put your rock down. Jerk. Yeah, guys, see you next time.